Good day, truth-seeking friends watching this program. My name is Altisato, or Eros, as most people know me. With me is Ibulama, or Nikita, as most people know her. You can find more about us on our website, Brahma's Tower of Light. Please check it out, guys. It's worth it. It entails the most needed spiritual and psychic wisdom not found anywhere among Western people. My sincere thanks to the Most High Toratre Yahweh Goria and all the true Lightside guides he appointed over me to guide it, who guided me to compile these programs. Pelasa Toratre Yahweh Goria. Thank you, Nikita, for presenting this program with me. Porento or Kubus and Pebazola, that is Iliska. Thanks for the technical care of all these series. Thanks to Floranza and Zontara for help verify and ensure the contents of each program via our two-way communication systems with our Lightside guides. And if you find this program worthwhile, please subscribe, like and share with other truth-seeking friends. Tickle the little bell icon to be notified of forthcoming programs. Please pay attention not to miss the many dozens of facts to remember during these lectures.
Aaron's, a great pleasure working alongside you as always. In today's program, we discuss the meaning of the saying, "They watch us." What are they and who are they and why and how do they watch us? The answer starts as follows. All consciousness-giving life forms have invisible to the human eyes guides to guide them. If a Lightside guide invisible to your human eyes is appointed to guide you, and as the result of your wrong and mostly selfish choices ignore your guide or prefer to be at the steering wheel of your life on earth, the guide will be withdrawn, leaving you Lightside Godforsaken or depressed, as people also refer to it.
Yeah, the depression is what? Lightside Godforsakenness.
Yes.
The Most High Toratre Yahweh Goria will never ever send one of his children to, or one of his chosen to Earth School of Learning without a guide. Will your earthly guardians, your parents, send you to a school without somebody looking after you if you are grade 1 or whatever? Never, ever. That is part of the provisions of the cosmic laws and deity's code of conduct. If it is your choice to be your God at the steering wheel of your own life, you will lose your guide. The guides appointed over you do their job guiding you. If you do not do your job by listening to hear and communicate two ways with your guides, it is your choice, not theirs. Your actions do not influence their progress. I mean, they can stand there, they can talk with you, they do their job. 1 point for you, you warned her. She didn't listen, minus 1 point for her, something like that. So you don't spite anybody by not listening, you spite yourself. Your negative attitude, which radiates dark side energies, negative energies, affects your guide's negativity. That is what it affects. That is why they will be withdrawn by the Most High. If it is your choice to be the God at the steering wheel of your life on earth, you do not need a guide. Take note of it. If you want to decide what you want to do with your life, you don't need a guide, so don't call for a guide. You will not get a guide. You guide yourself, or you guide yourself according to your selfish ways and not according to what is written next to your name in the council plan of the Most High Toratre Yahweh Goria.
Most domesticated animals like cats and dogs can see their guides. Their skin color determines what other vibrating life forms are visible to them. We saw domesticated animals playing with their guides.
I saw one of our rescued cats guides. The guide is an elf about 12 inches in height. One of our previous dogs was a Yorkie who regularly played with elf guides who resided in our garden. One of our birds, a golden and blue macaw, have a dragon as a guide, while one of Loronzo Sontaro's African greys has an eagle as a guide. Can you imagine?
It reminds me of small children playing with and talking to their imaginary friends, invisible to their parents' human eyes. What Christian parents usually do not believe in the imaginary friends, however, they as parents talk in prayer to their imaginary God, which is also invisible to the human eyes. This is another proof of how mind-controlled white Christians as parents are. They cannot see or experience what their children can. Their children see and experience their imaginary friends, while mom and dad can only believe in God as their imaginary friend. You can test your Christian friends on this one. Due to their mind-controlled state of mind, they cannot think logically.
During my investigations of haunted residences and the clearance of so-called paranormal activities, I learned that parents of psychically developed children are afraid of what they cannot see. The parents cannot see. They have all the reason to be very, very afraid, and you'll see later on. We listen to and watch dozens of videos of seances held, during which the investigation medium communicated two ways with earthbound human souls.
The investigator uses one of many ghost boxes through which two-way communication occurs between him and the earthbound human souls. The investigator asks questions, and in most cases the earthbounders respond.
On behalf of these people out there not knowing what a ghost box is or how it works, a ghost box is an instrument where you put in, you record all languages on earth, and you know the frequency hertz. You know the two frequency hertz. I'm not going to give it here. The one to listen in where negative demonic voices occur, and then one where you can listen to normal earthbound spirits. And I mean, now you can ask a question. The machine, the ghost box, translate what you say into that specific hertz frequency. And the earthbounder can speak. It will be recorded and put through a speaker which you can hear. In other words, it's very interesting. We're not allowed to do that, and I can see the reason why. Each and every earthbounder, I mean, if you are an earthbound human soul, it already states that you were not allowed to enter the pearly gates, as they say, or the gate to Vuatse. And which is not heaven, it's just like a corridor before you go in. But if you cannot even live to qualify, fairly deserve to end up there, and now you're earthbound, what good can you teach me? Definitely nothing. That is why. But in this case you can learn, because I understand if I hear wrong questions. Why is it wrong? Each soul will only tell you what he believed in when he was in a human body. In other words, here is ghost number one, or earthbound soul. Is there a God afterlife? No. Why? Because he didn't believe. The next ghost will tell you, yes, of course, but there's terms and conditions. You know, something like that. We learned that earthbound human souls did not believe in the unseen realities while they were still alive inside a human body. only to be kept earthbound by the demons. They willingly allow it into their thoughts on earth while in a human body.
My Lightside guide, who is a master in what I must study in Earth's school of learning, will be appointed by the Most High to guide me. In your case, a master in what you must study on earth will be appointed over you to guide you.
Each one of us has a unique study course to follow. If you cannot have a two-way communication with your guides or guides on earth, how would you know what to study spiritually?
We compare the situation to a human child being born blind, deaf, or mute. The child will end up unfit to human society. Where do you want to end up if you prefer not to develop your first set of senses while you have a chance? You will be psychically and spiritually unqualified to join the light side kingdoms.
Christian people prefer to be mind-controlled and followers like the masses around them, unaware of the true reality in the unseen space around them. Most Christians or white Christians are unaware of what's going on visibly on earth. Therefore, they usually end up earthbound after the human body gives consciousness to die. They are unprepared for the afterlife on planets in higher dimensions.
Any dark side satanic guide can disguise him or herself to appear or sound like an angel of the light side kingdoms. Compare it to being blind and visited by a rapist or a house burglar without knowing it. Why be one of the masses around you if you are tasked by the Most High to develop your first set of senses? Why prefer to go through life without your first set of senses? It's just not.
Yeah, that's fine.
Even the thought of it is a nightmare fuel. It is equal to trying to take part in a competition for singers while mute and deaf. It's ridiculous.
Since I can remember, I have found people who live a life on earth without the ability to use their first set of senses. They, as the easiest victims for demons and other horrible creatures, sit next to their forthcoming nightmares in future without realizing it. The best part is they prefer to be like this. They prefer to create their problems on earth by living without their first set of senses. These people become attention seekers.
On earth, we find more dark side guides possessing Christian human bodies than light side guides inside or around Christian human bodies. Dark side guides who keep Christians on Satan's dark side ways while on earth. By doing so, these demons possessing Christian human bodies found them as human souls not to study the truth while on earth as a school of learning.
White Western Christian people are brainwashed to believe if you are a white person with a white skin, you are a light side representative. I can assure you, more white people or more white bodies are possessed by demons, guiding them in Satan's ways than unpossessed bodies. White Western Christians hear their dark side guides' voices thinking about what they hear in their minds to be their thoughts. They, as Christians, prefer not to learn to know when Satan's pride speaks or acts. Young parents warn their offspring to be cautious in life. However, they do not teach their offspring what to be cautious about and how to recognize true light side talking and acting from dark side talking and acting.
When you walk inside a mall or any other big shopping center, the chances of getting possessed while there are excellent. Demons in Earth's School of Learning have different tasks connected to their different powers and ranks. The chance that you will feel possessed after a general possession in the most cases is 0. You will only feel possessed if it is a high rank and power demon possessing you.
Different vibrating life forms swarmed with the atmosphere as space around us, invisible to human eyes. These life forms see human soul vibrations. As soon as they spot the correct vibration they need, they go to possess it without the unshielded human knowing it. We saw dozens of videotapes portraying real-life possessions. The video material portrayed demon and earthbound human soul possessions.
The internet and other media swarm with the video proof of when and how different everyday possessions take place. Most digital cameras record different vibrating life forms nearest to our dimension vibration. Digital cameras see what human eyes cannot or do not want to see.
Some types of demons possess a targeted human body for as long as they want, while other demon types grow into a human body, which is then what? Very hard to get out again.
Yeah.
It is standard procedure to exorcist ordinary demonic life forms from a human body, however, not with demonic life forms growing into a human body. If not exorcised out of the human body, the ingrowing demon or demons will eventually outgrow the human soul to which the human body was awarded since birth. And guess what? The possessed person's personality will change for the bad, never to be restored without an exorcism like a paratosa in the early stages of possession.
Actually sad. Demons serve Satan and study Satan's laws and lifestyles. Demons on planets in dimensions vibrating higher than dimension 22 serve higher ranked and titled fallen Hefkenams like Lefitodora in dimension 190 dark side. On Earth, all crime is connected to possession of some kind. However, it will take Western humanities thousands of years to realize the same counts for all illnesses.
Yeah, people don't believe it, you know, if they, I mean, yeah, you see it every day of your life,
Yes.
but out there, they don't know about it. If they must see what we do here, I don't think they will go mad. It will be too surprising for them. While on Earth, the demons and earthbound souls are allowed to possess any human body not marked by the brightest white light of the Most High Toratri Yahweh Borea. You are shielded or you are not. Among our Brahmist family, we discovered members who cannot shield themselves properly and therefore become targets for demons and earthbound human souls to possess. They think they shield themselves until visited by us in an astral form. We can see and feel who can shield themselves and who cannot. We see how possessed people are. One look into a person's eyes is enough to identify if a person is possessed or not, luckily.
A true Lightside guide will communicate with you wherever you are and at any moment in time if you are a Lightside representative. He or she will advise you on matters needing discussion. They will talk to you. They will reveal wisdom and knowledge where fairly deserved. They guide us as souls. Our guides assist us during our needed in-tappings, spiritual meditations, etc. We live together as one family, visible and invisible to the ordinary human eyes.
True Lightside guides see how you live. This is so important. Please don't lose any focus. True Lightside guides see how you live and how you speak, what kind of music you listen to, and how or who your friends are. They are watching us. They take note of how many hours per day we individually are in active service of the Most High. They judge if we are serious about our studies in Earth School of Learning and how we develop psychically and spiritually on earth, etc. Who comes first in our lives? The Most High or someone or something else? Is it that it is the task of the guides to report to the Most High, Toratre Yahweh Goria, all matters.
Punctuality, responsibility, honesty, Lightside Kingdom's manners, deity knowledge, an attitude to be perfect in what we do, and humbleness are some of the requirements for admission into a higher Lightside vibrating dimension or heaven.
Gods, goddesses, hefgenames and higher in rank and title representing the dark side or light side work as recruiters, always on the lookout for developed human and angelical souls in Earth School of Learning, ready for promotion to planets in higher vibrating dimensions. I mentioned my visitations by high dimension light side hefgenames as recruiters previously. Have you ever been visited by any light side or dark side recruiters?
Another reality despised by most white Christians is light side and dark side scribes among us. You must have heard about the universal archives, where all records of all human and angelical souls' histories are stored. Each movement you make while on earth is recorded. If needed, the guides appointed over us individually can recall the scene in question. There is no way we can argue about what we did, thought or planned.
You know, one day while I was lowering the vibrations of the human body I give consciousness, I tapped in and found myself in old Jerusalem of about 2,000 years ago. I saw a Roman soldier on a horse chasing a woman who I know about in this life, ran into my arms to protect her, which I did. We went into a small room opposite the street, which was my residence at that time. During the forthcoming Sunday, I asked via the board what this vision meant. The guy told me they took me back in time to see what my connections with Jeshua Redopa, or Jesus as you know him, were during my life then. I was not one of his disciples, but a friend. I was there when they crucified him, and I saw when Joseph of Arimathea took his alive body down the cross after a few hours. There was a sudden darkness due to a solar eclipse. The terrified crowd fled the scene. The guide showed me when this happened to understand my fanaticism about the fact that Jeshua Redopa did not die on the cross. After his recovery, he, his wife Mary Magdalene and their children went to Egypt and later to other countries where he died of natural causes at the age of 80. What the guide showed me made me feel I was there again to experience the scene. This was so awesome. You know, it is like a dream, but it's not a dream because I see what is going on, and I can see this. You know, you there, you see everything, and your heart starts beating like it was in those days, you know, when you see something like this. Guides appointed over other people we interact with experience our vibrations too. So how many are watching us in this? And with good reason. They too want us and report us when necessary, which is fair, and deservedly they watch us. Why must those who are fully enlightened endure what they do not deserve? If the dark side radiation someone vibrates negatively affects other life forms vibrating differently, Their guides will report it to their overseers, who will report it to the Most High, for sure.
What do you understand by this? You must understand your transgressions of the cosmic laws called sins, which hurt unseen life forms, will activate karma against you, whether you believe in it or not. The provisions of the cosmic laws will determine the fair and deserved reaction to the neglect action of the negative vibrating offenders. The provisions of the cosmic law of unity will soon sort out such offenders in the most unexpected ways.
You know, Christians visiting our consulting rooms often ask me why their lives on earth are filled with bad luck and drama all the time, while they, according to themselves, harm nobody. They do no wrong, referring to the 10 Commandments while transgressing one cosmic law after the next cosmic law. They prefer not to believe in invisible reality, and even less in the provisions of the cosmic laws or the Deity's code of conduct. With karma, or when karma meets up with them, they do not understand why they must suffer like this. Due to their non-functioning first set of senses and their ignorance of true deity, they suffer lifelong rather than live away from Satan's ways on earth.
Planet Earth herself are negatively affected by selfish, neglecting people who prefer Satan's ways under the name Christianity. That is according to the Bible's definition of Satanism. As soon as negativity threatens Earth's health, global wars break out and many more. This history repeated itself millions of times, however mind-controlled Christians never learn. They cannot learn while mind-controlled by the churches and politicians. Once again, the New World Order, as the world's government sees the reactions of their transgressions of the cosmic law of authenticity. No matter how many people die during wars, the New World Order still approves the amalgamation of different nations.
Amalgamation.
Okay. Kom, we gaan sommer begin. Once again, the New World Order, as the world's government, sees the reactions of their transgressions of the cosmic law of authenticity. No matter how many people die during wars, the New World Order still approves the amalgamation of different nations, skin colors, etc., in all countries over the globe, as long as they gain souls for Satan.
Another reality factor to consider is that our behaviors can put our guides in a bad position, where they are ashamed of our behavior in front of other guides nearby. They are like professors under whose guidance we operate and learn. Never shame your guide or guides in front of other guides. You may think nobody sees you, however, reality differs. Because you do not believe in the unseen does not mean the unseen does not exist.
If you cannot see other vibrating life forms with your eyes, be very careful of what you think, plan, say, or do. By now, you know different life forms vibrate at different hertz frequencies, which makes them invisible to human eyes. Even if you are psychically developed enough to see your guide, it is not to say that he is there alone. A god, goddess, or hefkenam vibrating higher than what you are psychically developed to see could be standing next to you when you act in a dark side way. The Barami's writing swarms with examples. What if a recruiter passes by when you act in a dark side way? It's saying no thank you for a chance to be recruited for the light side.
Recruiters, like our guides, watch how you react when tested. Ooh, this is another fact that people are not interested to hear. They watch you to see if you do whatever you do, as if for the Most High. Don't come to them with half-done work, or no, never works that way. They watch to see if we are leaders or followers. Secondly, rather let your guide be proud of you as a soul. Let your Lightside guide be proud of you, not ashamed of you. Learn to master this mindset by comparing Earth as a school of learning for souls to a visible school for students on Earth. If you are in a school on Earth, other students and teachers are always around. Even the principal can enter the classroom. The same for Earth as a school for souls. Invisible to your eye, students of all different vibrating dimensions and planets around you see you and experience you for what you really are. If you do not respect yourself, respect other life forms more developed than yourself.
Lightside guides live according to the Lightside Kingdom's Deity's Code of Conduct, which differs from most human lifestyles on Earth. Our average first world human lifestyles on Earth show primitive against Lightside lifestyles in Lightside dimensions. Different Christian mindsets are mostly shocking to experience. We have experienced white Christians in South Africa living in their self-created fool's paradise, where they are God and God is their servant. Knowing this, they prefer to be proudly smiling Christians. According to the Christians, they are more developed than gods and hefkanams, which they use as servants.
One woman I interviewed stated in a strong tone of voice that she couldn't wait to die to go and give God hell due to the road he had put her on. Yes, you've heard me correctly. This evil dark side representative white Christian woman wants to tell God where you are supposed to lead her to. Can you imagine, with such a satanic mindset or attitude, this woman will never get the chance to meet the Most High or one of his creator hefkanams under him. Neither on earth nor anywhere else. Their Christian Bibles contain the following wisdom they prefer not to read. Now, for all you guys out there, listen. The Most High, let him be found by those who do what? Seek what? Wisdom. The souls who recognize his voice. This is the second one. And the third one, who knows his name. Doesn't help you say, dear God. You are addressing the whole universe with endless of God's light side and dark side. Be prompt. You cannot dial a number. You must dial a specific number if you want to speak to a specific person. Why are we on earth? Like as above, so below. Another evil white Christian mentioned that God better see to it that she and her late husband join again after death, or the hell would be loose. Can you imagine a person sitting here in this study and she utters this rubbish, but she's a proud Christian, questioning what I do, because I'm a seer and I can see. It's horrible. It's horrible. This is proof that Christians see themselves as higher in rank than their slave gods.
The majority among the rest of the white Christians in South Africa use God to serve them by daily giving him orders. God do this and God do that. Take care of my children, etc.
Their list of demands is endless. This is so typical of demonic seed lines on earth. To demand what they cannot create for themselves. With an evil, dark side, satanic Christian attitude of this kind, these Christians are long time rejected by the true light side kingdoms of the Most High Torah Yahweh Goria, because they join Satan's ways on earth, where they can be their God, knowing no God in whatever they have to decide on. They decide, and their God must do as they demand. Doesn't it sound very
dark?
Mm.
And they, as white Christians, do not even believe in the unseen, the cosmic laws, or the deity's code of conduct. They live like most Christians, following Satan's ways. They are proud Christians. Facebook and other similar media have Christian group communities deciding what their different terms and conditions apply. Whatever truth we share about Christianity, they have a problem with it. With more than 6,000 different believing Christian denominations globally, they have a problem with whatever anybody else reveals as truth. And truth upsets them.
Yes, Nikita,
It
any
drives them
truth
crazy.
upsets you. I learn from Christians, but I do not befriend them anymore. The mentioned media will not scan any article before putting it on view. This is how stupid they are, with all due respect. They wait until you share it. Then they read for the first time what is it, and then they remove whatever was commented on while punishing you who shared it. Now, why is it there on my whatever Facebook or media if it's not supposed to be there? Can you see how stupid their whole system works? They need to really, they need to reconsider. They wait until you share it, then they remove whatever. How foolish. It should always be the other way around. If they do not like the truth, they can in advance remove it before publishing it for somebody else to share. It is obvious when I agree to something read on Facebook, as an example, I will share it. Do these medias, more than 6,000 different Christian denominations, truth in any form is not acceptable. Please, guys, open your eyes and see what's going on around you.
What proof do we have that the deities are watching us? The Christian Old Testament, which modern Christians rejected, contains multiple proofs. Multiple times a prophet was raised for Israel, through whose mouth the Most High, Turatere Yahweh Goria, addressed Israel, telling them that he saw them transgress the cosmic laws of authenticity by amalgamating and hybridizing with satanic seed lines races around them. The Most High additionally informed them what awaited them by doing so. The cosmic laws, reactions to the tribe of Israel actions, Israel's transgressions of the cosmic laws. In all the history of nations on earth, you can see the functioning of the cosmic laws of the Most High.
Amalgamation, it's a difficult word to pronounce. Amalgamation never worked before and will never work successfully. I mean, if it didn't work for 201,365,118 years, why will it suddenly work now? You know what I mean? As per Army's Tower of Light management, we communicate every fortnight as a group, two-way, with the Lightside Master on the other side. When one of our guides experiences one of us doing something wrong that could evoke negativity, they will inform us about it. Before the end of our previous two-way communication sessions with our masters on the other side, my one guide, Isai, was our master. Before he left, he wrote, communicate, which meant one of us as a couple do not communicate enough to keep the marriage healthy. Often, Floranza Astral projects out of his human body to join his guide Yuel in the astral realm, where they discuss matters of importance. I channel my guide daily When I am uncertain of something, I ask my guide, and he will answer me. The same happened during a fourth nightly communication session with our guides. I forgot to list a specific question. At the end of that session, Yule, which was our master on the other side, reminded me of the missing question and gave me the answer. What better proof do you want? That they read your mind, they see this guy had a question. Knowing I'm going to need the answer before the next fourth nightly conversation, he addressed me and he gave me the answer. What more proof do you have, or do you need?
With everything in place to access wisdom and knowledge, nobody can raise an excuse for not knowing the difference between right and wrong, or the light side and dark side. Even if you have no access to any form of media, you can learn to pray correctly and ask for help. You will receive help if you are not your own God on earth, knowing nothing about deities. If you prefer to be at the steering wheel of your own life on earth, solve your problems. Deities are not humans' servants. Lightside deities help those who are humble, while active in service of the Most High, Toratre Yahweh Goria.
The Most High and all his creator Hefkanams, who created the different skin-colored humanities on earth, are linked with every human soul they as creator gods created. When you are not mind-controlled or possessed, who you are and represent on earth will be felt by you in your heart. Your emotions will tell you that. The cosmic laws and his deity's code of conduct reside in our hearts, where it was written with the finger of the Most High himself. That is, if you are Lightside representative. If not, you know who and which side you present on earth, namely Satan's side.
In the next program on Deity Science Simplified, we discuss what do the greater unity and their otherworldly vehicles entail.
Wow.
Remember to subscribe, like and share. Until next time,
Bye.